Well, I never sold sedatives. As far as anything and everybody knows, I smoke weed. I've sold weed. I've been in trouble for weed. I've been in jail for weed.
Right.
That's it. I don't mess around with nothing else. No sedatives. And it never was really a big ongoing thing, but I sold them weed. Yeah, that's it. I never seen no kids getting touched. I never hung out at the Wells's house. 5-10 minutes max. That's it. They're not my friends. They're just neighbors. That's it. I mean,
and you never sold any pills or anything, just weed, right?
Just weed. Never no pills. Never no meth. I've never even smoked meth. I don't.
Okay.
Organics. There you go.
Right. Well, you and I have talked, and I, just want for everybody to hear you say it, and then you never sold them to the children, right? It was just Don and Candace, correct?
Don and Candace, yes.
Okay. Did you ever sell to, did you ever sell to the kids, give to their parents? Like, were they ever running forth or anything like that?
They tried that shit one time and it didn't work. I wasn't going to send it with no kids.
Okay. So I think that's what people wanted to really know, because those are the claims that she's made recently. Well, she's made them a lot over the last year, but then another question I think that really another thing that really bothered people for a long time was that she said that you told her and your daughter that you had seen Summer's dead body. And you don't have to go into all the detail that you told me, but if you would like to just answer that, I think that people need to hear that from you.
No, I never ever seen Summer's dead body. I mean, I don't guess it really matters. I had a dream one night that I seen her dead, yes, but it was a dream. Who knows?
Right. Okay. I know Tiffany Marie has questions. I think, and I will, if you want, I can post the number back in the chat if you want, so that because Tiffany wants to ask some questions, and there might be some other people, so I will get off here, but I just wanted to start it out and so that everybody could see the number work. And I'll go ahead and post that for you. Let me see here. And I'll jump off here.
That'll work.
Okay.
Have a good night.
All right. I'll talk to you. Bye.
Bye. Hello?
Hi, Andy.
Hello.
This is Tiffany.
Hey, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. Thank you for taking my call. I just wanted to ask you, Adrian had asked, well, along the lines of what I wanted to ask you, and I need to elaborate, but first, would you just tell me, if you remember, do you recall the 2 nights leading up to Summer's disappearance? Do you recall Sophie being around Candace and Kiss?
See, she got
before.
Okay, there was one night or let's see, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday.
It's okay,
from Saturday to Monday night, at some point in time, she was over there with me, yes. Or possibly without me while I was gone. I don't know.
All right, so the instance that she was there with you, were you just stopping there real quick to drop something off to Don and Candace, or were you hanging out, or?
Like I said, I never hung out with them.
Okay.
It was always just a drop and go situation.
Okay.
They're not my type of people.
Okay.
I mean, I can't remember why I was over there exactly. It was either one of two things. My black and white pit had run off, or the black and white husky had run off. And every, you know, one of the dogs would go, or I would run over. It very seldom would be I run over there for anything, but you know, just
So
one of two things: dogs or taking them a couple grams of pot or something every now and then.
what would you normally take them?
Just weed, a gram, like a gram. They wouldn't buy no more than a gram, hardly ever.
Really? So interesting. All right.
And I'm pretty sure that was mainly for Candace, not Donnie really, but.
Right. Do you know what Don liked to do? What did you know Don to do?
Drink, run off to Knoxville, smoke crack, which I never did see him do that. That's just what I was told. So, you know, I've heard that. I've heard that I went to Knoxville with him down there doing a bunch of shit. I've never been nowhere with him. I've never been in a vehicle and rode nowhere with Donnie or Candace.
Do you know being in a vehicle with him?
Not while I was there.
Okay.
If I was gone or I'd left or something like that, me and her had split up and I'd left and went somewhere else, I don't know. I can't answer about that.
Okay, no, I understand. That's totally fine. Do you recall, Andy, an incident that occurred right before Summer disappeared where Jody explained seeing Summer naked and getting out of the shower with Don? Did she ever tell you about that herself, or did you have to hear about it on the internet, or what is your take on that?
Okay, hold on. I seen a comment here. Katie Kitty, past drug charges don't lie. I've never lied about my drug charges. My charges are weed charges and weed related charges. It's manufacturing marijuana and maintaining a dwelling. I was growing.
Jody has meth, right? Jody has the meth one?
No, she has the same charges I have.
Marijuana?
Yeah. It was caught at the same time. They raided my house and they charged us for 1.5 grams of pot I had in my pocket, and I have 5 plants in a grow room in the basement of my house.
Okay.
And the way Tennessee charges it, the way they stated in their charges, is manufacturing. It looks like shit. I mean, it's the way they do it.
Yeah, okay, I understand. I wanted to just know if she ever told you about that.
Okay, and then you was.
What's that?
Excuse me?
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, it cut out for a second, but I was getting ready to go back to what you had asked about.
Oh, yeah. So anything that you would be able to help with that one particular circumstance of her running into town and getting out of the saddle with Summer was, she had like a princess towel or something.
Now, see, I don't remember that elaborate of a situation when that went down. I'm pretty sure what was said, and it was Candace come to the door with Summer in a towel and said that Donnie and her had just got out the shower. That's
okay.
That's the way.
Yeah, okay.
That's the way I remember that going down, because I mean, I just.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I'm kind of like looking back on some of the things that Jody has said to see what your take on everything is. There's been so many things over the course of last year where.
Oh yeah, I know. I really know.
Yeah. And then, so I wanted to go. I don't want to spend too much time here because I'm sure other people want to talk to you. And I appreciate that you're doing. If I could ask one more time about the night before, because she said that she ran into. Okay, so what's that's like that? Did she ever confide in you about the boys getting really excited and telling Candace that Jody is right about the dog, and them changing where they were going? I guess Jody said that the dogs kept changing where they were going and they were acting differently, and that the boys got really excited. He spoke of Summer being there that very day, though, and it was the night up, because she had said that the boys got excited and said, "Mom, Jody seems right. The dogs, follow the dogs," or whatever. So did Jody ever discuss Summer being there that day, or seeing her that day with you?
The day that she got gone, or the day before?
The day she disappeared.
I didn't. The day she got gone, I didn't know she was gone until I got in from work.
Right.
So she didn't say nothing to me before I got home or anything like that about Summer being gone.
Okay.
But when I came in, the end of the holler is when I found out that Summer was missing that day.
Okay, yeah, because she had made a statement that the boys were, discussing how Jody was right about the dogs. But right before that, she had discussed Summer being there, present. So that's why I wanted to ask you if maybe she might have mentioned anything to you, or if you would have remembered. I know that it's a lot to look back on.
I mean, I don't even know. I don't recall her saying that she had seen Summer or Candace before all of that started that day anyway. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Andy.
No problem. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye. Hello.
Hey, Andy.
Hello. How are you?
This is Cher from Voices Behind the Wall.
How are you doing tonight?
Good. So I had a couple questions for you.
Wear it out.
Okay. So about the dogs, Jody said the answer lies in the dogs, and you talk about having a pit bull and a husky. I was just curious where those dogs are at currently.
Where the dogs are at currently. Okay.
Yeah.
So the husky is with her, I assume. You know, that's an assumption because I ain't got no contact. I ain't had no contact with her since I left.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get that call here in a second. I mean, I don't understand what she means about it lies in the dogs. The only thing I can assume is that, you know, the dogs that they had over there was always following the kids around. So, you know, to me, that sounds like she was saying that, you know, if she was around somewhere close to follow the dogs and they might find her, because you know how dogs are with finding people that they're attached to no matter what, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Okay. How about the pit bull? Did you get the pit bull then?
I didn't have the pit bull for a long time, but yeah, I got my dog back.
Awesome. Okay, and then you talked about they sent the kids over. I mean, shame on Candace and Dawn, but they sent the kids over to you to try and have them bring back their weed or whatever, which that's terrible. You said you walked the kids back home, and then I'm just curious, did you still sell them weed after that? Or did you stop selling to them and they started having the kids involved?
I definitely at that point in time slowed down. I didn't sell to them for a long time over that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did after that. But you know, I explained to them not to send the kids over to get nothing, not to, you know.
Yeah, they didn't try that again for that,
No.
did they? Okay. Well, thank God you did that. And then I was curious. You said Law has been out there to chat with you. I bet they have. Has Jody or yourself had to take lie detectors like Don, Candace, and some of them?
I've not personally took a lie detector test. I mean, I'd be willing to if people would, you know. I'm not going to pay for it. I have nothing to lie about.
So they never felt that they needed one from you? Because I know they gave them to Don and Candace, but must not have felt like you were a big enough suspect to have to administer one for you then.
Nobody ever asked me to take a lie detector test. I mean, I wouldn't not take one. I mean, shit, I've got nothing to lie.
Okay. Do you know if Jody knew how to take one, or her son, your son?
No, I don't know that my son has, or I don't know that she has. If she did after I left, I can't, you know, I can't answer that.
Yeah. How soon after Summer went missing did you finally escape her?
Okay, you see, that's a gray area.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I'm saying middle of July.
Okay, so just a couple of weeks.
Something like that. I can't really remember because I had left either before she got gone or I'd left right there in, like, right after she got gone and came back, or I don't remember. You know, it was a stressful time, and I can't explain. I've got bits and pieces missing, and they come back. So
That's understandable, I think.
and it was one of them situations of shit was always so hectic, it's hard to remember every little thing that went on in your day. You done good to be able to remember where you laid your damn cell phone down.
Yeah. Now going back to one of the first interviews where Allie's son said he went through Candace's phone and he saw a text message from someone named Andy saying it's been done.
See, I keep hearing about that text message supposedly from me. I do not remember sending her a message saying it's done, and I have no clue of why I would have sent her a message of saying it was done anyway.
So can you say you didn't send that, and you for sure didn't send that, or you just don't know, you don't remember?
I see that I don't have no reason to send a message saying anything like that. You know, if I was on my way over there, it would be I'm on my way, or I'll be over, or not. It's done. I mean, that's kind of an off the wall, you know.
Yeah. Would you ever text that by chance? Like, would you ever leave weed if she wasn't home? Would you leave weed somewhere or anything like that? I used to sell weed too, Andy, so, you know, I've had the mailboxes and shit like that.
Well, see, I mean, I might have, it's just not in my
memory.
No, I'm not saying it's not in my memory. It's not something I would say.
Not something you would do or say, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and the thing about it is, and you know, I may get in trouble for saying shit. I may not. I don't know, because this is a whole gray area for me, and I don't know. For a year now, she's been on there saying whatever she wanted to say about me, everybody else. I don't. She had copies of my phone that she could watch everything that went through my phone. Right now, the phones, she's probably got 3 of my phones. She's got 2 phones, a tablet. I think that's about it.
She said you had multiple phones. Did you have multiple phones?
I had multiple phones there for a minute when I had a work phone and my phone.
Yeah.
But normally I didn't have a work phone. That was when I was working for the sweeper company that I had that phone. Or I had like a phone and a tablet, but
yeah. Well, I saw someone in chat. They said Betty Keys was trying to call in, so I just have one more quick question, and I'll get out of here so he can get through.
Okay, hold on.
Ronnie Wilson.
Ronnie Lawson, yeah, of course. Everybody wants to know if I own Ronnie Lawson. No, I don't. Hey, look, I wouldn't be on here trying to make money and trying to beg for money and working my ass off if I had the police on payroll. Well,
yeah.
I mean, legitimate shit. I mean, I don't know no broke ass motherfuckers that have police on payroll.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't really add up. Now, one more that just came in. Did you by any chance see, because I asked Andrew if he ever went to Don and Candace's house, and he slipped up and told me that Candace did invite all there to stay, but they decided not to go and all stay there because they didn't know Candace that well. She was a stranger. Did you happen to know or see anyone other than just Jose over there? Maybe Andrew. By now you know what he looks like, I'm sure. Was he by chance on that property?
I can't never remember seeing Andrew.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen Hunter, and I've seen True, and some other little curly-headed girl, and I know a couple of the other ones that used to be over there because they're people's kids that I know. but
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I have 100 more questions, but I'll hop off so that I was going to get through. Benny's trying to get through, but I appreciate you answering that. Thank you. And I have a couple questions. How close were Jody, Sue, and Frank Light? Like, did he come over to her house quite a bit? Like, and lived in what she called the box? Like, how close were they?
You're talking about Jody Sue and Frank Light.
Yes.
Okay, Jody Sue and Frank Light were never friends while I was there.
Okay. So do you know that they became friends like after that?
When I left, I didn't concern myself with anything that went on.
Okay. So is there any truth that you know of that she used to like hang out at the same little bar that he did or something, and that they've known each other for a long time, or do you know that to not be true?
Now, if she knew him from Hog Wild, that's on her. That's not on me. I didn't go to the bar with her. I didn't go to Hog Wild. That's on her.
Okay. Were you friends with Frank Light? Like you guys lived like close together there, but you know, like did you guys know each other at all, or?
I don't remember knowing him. No, I don't know. I never associated with Frank Light. I don't really. I know of him and I know who he is. He is a Light, so there is a possibility that I might be related to him because I'm related to the Lights. But I don't know nothing about Frank Light.
Okay. Okay. It had been said that he was riding his horse on the day of Summer's disappearance, and that he was then helping with the search on horseback. Do you know if that's true or not?
I have no clue if that's true or not.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that. Back when Don and Candace had put their house up for sale, Jody Sue was real upset that they weren't selling it. Was this something like, did you know that Jody Sue was wanting to buy that property? Is that something you guys were wanting to do together, or was that just something she was hoping to do, or?
I went over one day and Candace said something to me about selling the property while he was gone to Utah. And I was actually actively trying to maybe try to get it. Yes, but at the time I had a little bit better credit than what I got now. But I could have possibly got the money that they was trying to sell me the property for.
Right. So you probably were able to just shake it off, but was that something that Jody Sue just was still obsessing about? It seems like she's the type that kind of doesn't do well when she doesn't get her way.
Well,
is
yeah,
that something that she continued to complain about and had anger against them?
I mean, that's a pretty good observation, but yeah, I mean, to me, it wasn't that big a deal, so I don't know why she makes everything out to be that big a deal.
Yeah, did she seem to shake it off, or did it seem to still be a big deal to her as far as, I don't know how much you guys really even spent time with each other, you know, even before you broke up. It sounds like she kind of lived out in her shed there, and you worked all day, and but is it something that, as far as you think, like, do you remember her still like complaining about it, that they wouldn't sell the property?
There was always stuff to be complained about. I tried not to pay about half attention to the stuff that didn't pertain to something I'd done or I was getting accused of. If it didn't pertain to me, I didn't worry about it.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Did you know that Brad Wisham?
No, I don't know that I knew that dude.
Okay, so you don't know if she knew him either?
I mean, No, I mean, I didn't know him or know that she knew him until all this shit. I mean,
Okay.
I never knowed there was Sean dude.
Okay. Okay. You may have been asked this already, but was it often or common for the kids to roam around? Like, did you see them down the road or going up in the power line, like going up to the power line that's cut going up to the Simpson house or anything like that? Like did you see the kids leave the hill?
Well, I mean, the only time I seen them leave and be off the hill was when they was riding the mini bikes off down. They'd ride them to the bottom of the road and just right there back and forth, and then they'd go back up the hill.
Okay. So it wasn't something that was common for the kids to be walking like in the creek, like in Beach Creek, or down there at that old shed that's down on Beach Creek Road.
The only time I normally seen them down there was when their dad was down there mowing or something like that.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for that. There was some talk about your son possibly being like a peeping Tom up there at the property or anything like that. Did you ever ever have to scold your son for being up on the hill?
No, my son didn't wander up on the hill. No, he didn't hang out over there with their kids or nothing like that.
Okay.
But my son, I don't think he's a peeping Tom. No, I don't. I never had to scold him for nothing like that. He stayed in the house and played video games like most kids these days.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Is Jody Sue like this is just something I've heard recently or whatever, but I don't know where it came from, if she's made threats or whatever, but is she like a state some type of a practicing witch?
Not that I know of, not unless it's something that transpired in the past year. She's an atheist, but
okay. So not necessarily a Satan worshiper or a witch, but just doesn't believe in God, as far as you know.
I don't know that she worships the devil. No.
Okay. Okay. I think that's I think that's everything that I have. I really appreciate it. Thanks again. You're doing an awesome job. You have to keep up the good work here.
I think you said like 26 years. During that period of time, did you know her to be someone who was untruthful a lot?
I don't know. Well, to what it. Let me see here. Y'all are trying to set off a nuclear bomb.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I mean, really, I don't know that she lied a whole lot. She likes to take things way too far and sometimes exaggerate stuff.
I gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Well, that's all I wanted to know. So I'll get off here so somebody else can call in. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have you ever seen, I know the police go to their, I know that there have been reports from different people that Summer's been seen in the middle of the road, XYZ. Have you ever seen her like wandering that far down the hill?
No, I never did see Summer down that far.
Fair enough. Thank you for doing this, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. I wanted to ask you.
Okay, that's cool. Hold on 1 second before you start.
No problem.
I've been somebody's been calling in, and every time I pick up, you can evidently not hear me or something along that line.
No, that's not me.
No, it's some other number. I can't remember it. There's so many coming in. But okay. Carry on.
Okay, so my first question is, when you came in from work that day, the story's been told that Dawn was at the shed. If Dawn was at the shed, and the way the story has been told, you came in first, then Dawn was basically immediately right after you. But if Dawn was at the shed, that would have meant that you would have passed him at that shed. My question for you is, did you see Dawn at the shed when you came in?
Okay. If I was coming from Kingsport, I would not pass that shed before I turned in the holler.
Okay, then my question from there is, when you came in and pulled in, how long after you came in did Dawn come in?
I don't really remember. I know I'm pretty sure I was there and then seen Donnie. You know what I mean? He might have been there before me. I don't know. I don't think so. But
Okay.
when I got there, I'm pretty sure I seen it was like the Don at the end of the road, Donnie, and then like maybe Candace or Jody Sue, or I really don't remember how that went on because there was like quite a few people strapped, in the holler at that point in time.
Okay, so if you don't mind, can you break down that timeline for me? So to run through it very clearly, to go from when you came in, like who told you Summer was missing? If it wasn't Jody, if it wasn't, who exactly was the person that said Summer's missing?
I can't remember that. I have no clue.
Was it law enforcement? Was it?
No, the cops was there shortly after me too. I mean, they
Okay.
went in law there before me.
Because the way, and the reason I ask is because the way Jody describes it, and I haven't heard you describe it, is that she says, "Hey, Summer's missing," and you say, "I know." So it's kind of confusing on how you knew, because you say you didn't hear from Jody that day, and
now back up, back up, repeat what you just said.
The way Jody describes it is that you pull in, she said you Summer's missing, and you say I know, but it's never clarified on how you knew Summer was missing that day. And it's she says she didn't speak to you, you said you didn't speak to her. So how did you know Summer was missing if you didn't hear it from Jody? She didn't say it to you, you didn't hear it from her. How did you know? Well, before you ever got there?
Well, I didn't know before I got there. So but I might have known before I got to Jody Sue. If she was in the holler and I seen somebody at the end of the holler, somebody might have told me before I actually got to her telling me.
So like a neighbor or?
Yeah, somebody else in the road on the way in. I met somebody at the end of the road that stopped me that evening. I don't remember who it was, but they told me that Summer was missing. But I don't remember where I ran into Jody Sue finally at.
Okay, so, and about what time did you get there?
6:20 something, 6:30 something.
Okay, so and then how far after the time frame that you got there did you see Candace leave?
I don't honestly remember.
Okay, because again, the story is that Candace left, and that's, again, this is all from Jody. So,
Jody, well, I'm pretty sure I remember Candace being in her mom's truck at some point in time, kind of driving in and out the holler, looking for Summer, hollering, or drove down the road or something.
Okay. And then from that point on, about how long did it take for law enforcement to show up? Ballpark.
I
That
can't.
doesn't have to be exact, but ballpark.
It wasn't too long after I got home that the law showed up, or at least one carload of law showed up.
Would you say 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour?
It wasn't no hour. It was probably under 30 minutes that they showed up. Probably 10, 15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes? Okay. Now, my other question for you is, after you got home that day, and did you get out of your car, start looking?
Yeah.
Okay, and then where did you look?
It's been 14 months ago. I don't know. I know I went looking around my property close to the bottom of the hill. I mean, I don't really remember.
Okay, I mean, I'm not asking for like exact, like pinpoint areas. I'm just generalizations.
Yeah.
So, like, did you look on Don and Candace's property? Did you look in the, just on your property, or, help other neighbors look on their properties?
I remember
corresponding
eventually going up around the bank over there at Don and Candace's, but I don't know at what point in time that was.
Okay, did you see Don and Candace looking?
Yeah, I mean, Candace was looking. Yeah, we was all pretty much everybody looking.
Okay.
I mean, I remember seems like right after the law got there, they was up there talking to the law and not looking, but.
Okay. Now, moving on from that day, obviously you and Jody have a pretty long past with each other. You guys were together for a long time, and you know a lot more about Jody than everybody else would. Okay, and so I'm curious about her as an individual, as a person. She spent the last year on Facebook, on YouTube, saying big things about you as a person, talking about Summer, and talking about herself. And she's made major claims about yourself in a situation. But what is your major takeaway from what she said in this time frame that is a major red flag from you that we should be paying attention to?
That all this was necessarily just to put me out there as a piece of shit for everybody to see, and not to have nothing to do with me, and to treat me like I'm just your typical average abuser that likes to beat on women, and to ruin my life and make it to where I'm cannot sustain myself.
Okay. And then lastly, what do you think happened to Summer?
I'm saying it has to do with her family. That is honestly my assumption, is it has to do with somebody they know, something they did. It's not me. It's not, I don't believe anybody in that holler. I mean, I kept to myself. I didn't have much to do with anybody. I mean, it's.
Okay. And then very last question. What do you think should happen to the person who harmed Summer?
Well, I don't know how you want me to put that. It shouldn't be nothing very nice. So, I mean, putting people that do stuff to children in jail is not where people like that need to be. They don't need to be out on the streets either.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. And I hope you have a great night.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I don't want to say my ring. Can I?
Creek was backed up because the tree cutters, the day that someone was missing, that they left trees places. So the creek was backed up. Is that true?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I remember the creek being almost dry at that point. I mean,
That's what I thought.
there was a couple holes that had a little bit of water in them, but you know, if it rained real good, now that creek would be up. But if it didn't rain real good, that creek would go dry in a matter of days.
She was trying to say the tree cutters left trees laying across the creek, so it was backed up. That's why she couldn't see to the bottom, and she had to like wade in there, hoping that she wasn't going to step on. You know, it was just ridiculous. But I was just curious because everything else I've heard was that it was very low.
Yeah,
It was like
they might have been a couple spots down through there that was a little deep, and now on down it gets deeper. But yeah, right there close to the house, unless it's been raining, it ain't never very deep. Like ankle deep to an adult, maybe knee deep to a child sometimes, or like a 5-year-old or something. But that's just in the deepest part right at the tile.
okay. So, what I was curious about, I think I know the answer, but is Loaf like really nosy, like a busybody? Did she like to be in know people's business?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured. Like Gladys Kravitz, kind of.
Some stuff that she's went on with, I'm pretty sure, is stuff that's went on around me that she's just reverberating.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that because we've noticed, a lot of us have noticed, that she likes to steal people's stories. Steal things, like take things that people have said and act like it's her own. Right? Like it's her own story. We've
Sometimes.
seen a lot of that, like just in the YouTube world. I didn't know how much she was done that before. And I don't want to get you in trouble, so if you feel like you can't answer, just don't. I don't want you to, you know.
Now, what did you say?
So, like, she takes words and stories that other people have told.
Yeah.
And she acts like they happened to her.
Some stuff, yeah.
Okay, so she did that before, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know she does it now. We've heard her do it a bunch, right? But,
oh, yeah.
I didn't know if it was something from before or if that she's just picked that up. So I think I know the answer to this too. But did you keep her and your children in a box where they could never go anywhere?
Well, I mean, how are you supposed to keep somebody in a box when the door never stays locked and they have a brand new car to go places? I mean, if they choose not to go nowhere, that's on them, not me.
Yeah, but you never made them stay there. You didn't keep them from having keys to vehicles or
no.
Keep money from them or anything like that?
No.
Interesting. I mean, I got a whole bunch of questions. I can stay all night. I want other people to be able to.
Oh, we're here. I mean, I don't got to be nowhere till Monday morning, 9 o'clock. I mean, I do need to find some weed, but other than that, that's the only thing I have on my agenda. Maybe eat something here in a minute, but.
Wait. So some people were having a problem in chat about your memory and you not being able to remember certain things. Is that something that you would like to speak about tonight, or?
Well, I mean, I don't understand why all these people say that. Well, why don't you remember, or give me shit for stuff I don't remember? I don't remember shit from when I was a kid. Some of the stuff I remember as, transpiring when I was a kid, I think the only reason I remember is because there's a damn photo album with the pictures in it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not one of those things. I'm one of these people that if it's useful for me to remember something to benefit myself or my life, then I remember it. But if it's useless information or just knick-knack little stuff,
Mhm.
I don't remember it. I can't remember it. I don't understand. I have ADD, I have ADHD, and I have all kinds of learning disabilities. So it don't work like that for me.
Yeah, no, I get that. I just didn't. I don't think people quite understand. They were getting really upset. Like we all, everybody feels strongly about Summer's case, and I think when you say you don't remember something, it frustrates them. So I just wanted people to be able to understand why that might be. It's not convenient forgetting kind of thing. It's you just don't remember. And
No.
I wanted to make a clarification too. When you got there, now Jody Sue first said you came up and said she told you that Summer was missing, and you said I know. I don't know what she was trying to do, but later on she slipped up and said when you came in, you first talked to Candace, and Candace told you, and then you went to Jody Sue, and when Jody Sue said that Summer was missing, you said I know, but it's because you had already talked to Candace. So you may not remember that, but that is the story that came from Loaf.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to clarify that for you because people were getting irritated.
Yeah. See, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. Past few years has been a haze. I mean, that's all I can explain.
And I can understand that. I imagine it's really hard in the town that you live in.
Well, yeah. Yeah. It gets to where I walk around town, and at first it was starting to be like, well, maybe not. And then it was like, oh, maybe it is. And then right before I left, it was, yeah, that's for sure fucking happening. So,
Do you know, she says that she made all the money. She paid for everything. Do you know how she had an income, like what her income was from? I know she stripped at one point. She's been very open about that.
I mean, she got a check for a little bit. I mean, she worked sporadically over the years. I mean, like after 09, when I got in trouble, I kept a job. So, I mean,
Do you know when the last time she worked was?
Jesus.
I asked you, head scratcher.
5, 6 years ago? I don't know.
Okay, it's been a while anyway.
It's been a while, yeah.
So as far as like the cabin and all that, where she says she paid for it,
Cabin was in my name. I paid the deposit. I paid the deposit on the cabin myself.
Oh, okay. All right. So all that talk is not. One other thing, you're not ordered to pay child support. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct. And nobody's told me. Nobody's ever came at me with nothing saying nothing about child support.
Okay, so the claims that you just don't pay it because you don't care are false.
Oh, I care.
He's never been taken to court for child support.
I mean, I would like to be able to speak with my daughter and talk to my daughter and have a relationship with my daughter, but I don't know that that's going to be feasible.
I know. I'm sorry. Oh, the dogs. When they were talking about the dogs, there's a rumor about one of the dogs, and you don't have to speak on that if you don't want to. But the Reaper. That's what people were asking about earlier.
I don't honestly know what happened to Reaper.
Okay.
I know he's dead, but I don't know what happened to him.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you. I know Killer was trying to get up. So,
yeah, I told him just to be patient.
You're good.
Get good reception.
I'm trying to get everybody in here.
And Becca, thank you for showing him what. Thank you for making him happy.
Oh, trust me, he has made me just as happy.
I'm so glad. It makes me glad to see that people can get out of bad situations and go into better ones.
I mean, anybody else, you know, they would have not put up with any of this stuff and everything, but there's just, I don't know, I don't see him like that. I don't see him being that type of person. And I mean, I've not had any type of anything like what, you know, Jody Sue says, so.
And lock you in the house and beat you if you clean and beat you when you don't clean and beat you when you cook and beat you when you don't cook. He doesn't do that to you.
Why, no. I mean, we've been together for over a year now, and he's never raised his voice, laid a hand on me, nothing. Ever.
Fine. Thank you so much, Amy, for doing this and answering questions and about well, I think everybody here, regardless of how they feel about anybody or anything, they all just want to know what happened to Summer.
I would like to know myself. I mean, it's took its toll on me, not just everybody else.
I know it has. It has on everybody. But I appreciate you. Thanks, Becca.
You're welcome.
Y'all have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Have cancer, and does she still have it?
I can't answer if she still has it. I've not had no contact in over a year, so I can't answer anything after, say, July last year. I think she had it for a year and a half, diagnosis-wise, is what the diagnosis was. About a year, maybe, October, somewhere in there.
Okay, do you think Jody Sue sold her pills to the Wells and blamed you?
She might. Like I said, I worked from 8 to 5:30 every day, 5 days a week, and then half a day on Saturday usually, time off every now and then. But I don't know what she did in times that I wasn't there. I never seen her sell none to them, so.
Okay, did y'all live at Brad with Sean's trailer or Dad's, because your name comes up at the location of theirs?
I rented a house from Hoyt Denton. The house on Snaps Ferry Road that they're saying I rented off a Wishon dude. I never knew a Wishon. I knew a Hoyt Denton is who I rented the house off of.
Okay, did she pay to have the shed that was on your parents' property moved, or did you sell it because you two raised money for it to be moved?
The building was mine. The down payment on the building that was on my property was mine. And yeah, I sold that building because it was mine, in my name.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, I got a quick question. I answered yours. Why have a kid call in? She sounded like a kid.